Do more of what makes you awesome. Hi, this is Kalpana Reddy from Kushi High School. Today I'm here to discuss about class 6, session 15, that is trade in agriculture produce. Okay, so before moving into the topic, children, I would like to wish you all a happy and a healthy morning. Hope everyone is doing great. Okay, and I hope that you all are taking all the necessary precautions, whatever is needed in this like time in this like I mean to say situation what we are facing right now. Okay, children. Okay, so let's move into the topic, children. As said, that today's topic is about trade in agriculture produce. So what exactly do you mean by trade? Agriculture is it's a very familiar word, you all know about it. So what exactly, like I mean to say, do you mean by trade? So trade is nothing but business. Trade is nothing but importing and exporting of goods and doing business. Okay, children, in very simple word. So here, let's move into the topic. So trade in agriculture produce. In the introduction, people get agriculture products from streets, vendors, santas, and small shops. In recent times, farmers are selling their fruits and vegetables in Raitu Bazaar. So here, trade in agriculture produce. That means we are only talking about the trade in agriculture only, not about any other trade. Okay, not about any other electronic trading or any other business or like any other extra. Like I mean to say, goods, finish goods, like what we do with the business. Okay, children. So here we are only talking about the agriculture produce trading. Agriculture produce means what we have, isn't it? What the farmers produce, isn't it, children? So generally what we consume, yes or no? So about only this we are going to learn in this chapter, children. So it's very easy in a concept, children. So it's a very familiar thing for you all. I hope that easily you will understand the topic. So generally you might have seen early in the morning when you wake up in the streets in Suraram colony also, you will find the people, they'll take the like basket on their head and they will sell the vegetables or that four tire, like I meant to say, this one trolley type. They will drag it and they will put all the vegetables on that and they will sell it in the colonies, isn't it? So daily you will experience that. It's not a new thing for you all, isn't it, children? So here street vendors, santas, and in the small shops you will buy the things. In recent times, farmers, what they are doing, they are selling the fruits and vegetables in the Raitu Bazaar. So in the Shapunagar also you have Raitu Bazaar, isn't it, children? Yes, have you ever visited? So if you have not visited, just visit once and experience what exactly, like exactly the scene is there. Okay, and how the people interact and how the people sell. Generally, you will find one board also when you enter into the Raitu Bazaar. They will mention the updated prices for that particular day also. Yes, so because day by, you might have noticed that tomato or onion or chilies or whatever the vegetables are, that the rates or the prices will fluctuate day by day, isn't it? So everything they will update there. So trade in agriculture produce, selling vegetables on street. The woman vegetable vendor sells the vegetables in street, carrying the vegetables in a basket on their head. Yes. So in the image also you can see I've shared the Raitu Bazaar image also for you. They go door to door and ask the resident whether they need any vegetable. Yes, you might have experienced, children. There is nothing to explain in that. Yes, in this they earn about 100-150 in a day. So after roaming for throughout the day, by end of the day they will earn only 100 to 150 rupees. This woman, which is not sufficient to meet the financial demands. As you have noticed that nowadays, in the recent days, the prices have been raised like anything. They are reaching to the peaks of the highest price, isn't it, children? And for the like middle class and for the BPL category, like MC people, it's very impossible for them to meet the financial demands, isn't it, children? Yeah. Trade in agriculture produce, selling vegetables on street. Vendor leads a very difficult life and are chronically in debt. Since they borrow from money lenders and a considerable part of their earning goes towards paying interest, banks generally do not lend to these small traders. Secondly, they do not have any facilities like refrigerator for preserving the unsold vegetable, so they have to be sold at a very low price. So just take a simple example, children. If you go to the Suraram market, which is near Home Chanda, So there you will see that many people, many vegetable vendors, they will sell the vegetables. Yes, on the bandis, isn't it, children? So here, so what, so what exactly their life is very difficult, children, for them, because for the buying those vegetables daily on a day basis, early in the morning they'll go to the market, isn't it? Right to bazaar, they will get the vegetables from there and here, and then they will sell it. Okay, early in the morning, 4:30, they'll wake up and they'll go to the market and they'll get the vegetables and then sell it in this market. So here what happens, so for day by day, day wise, they need the money and they don't have the capital to invest. Some people may have, but most of the people, they don't have, children. So what they will do, they'll take the money from the financiers, because even the banks, they will not come forward to give the loans for them, because there is no surety for the repay back, isn't it? For the repayments, there is no surety for them, because they are very, like, I mean, the small vendors, they don't have any sureties, they don't have any properties to mortgage also, and no people will give a surety for them also. So in such cases, they become very helpless and they will borrow the money from the financier, and this financier, what they will do day wise, so you might have noticed, daily in the evening they'll come to them, they'll approach them and they'll collect the amount day wise, and they'll collect a huge amount of interest. So for example, if they have given 1,000 rupees for a vegetable vendor, okay, so daily they will collect 100 plus 10 rupees, 110 rupees. So like that, they within 10 days or 15 days, they have to repay back the amount, uh, along with the, like, capital amount, principal amount, they have to give the interest also. Okay, so like that, yeah, what is happening, children? These people are facing lot of problems, because if the banks come forward, will get the money in a low interest. But here, these people will charge a huge rate of interest, children. And moreover, they don't have any refrigerators to preserve the leftover vegetables. So by end of the day, by, like, for example, if the timing is around 8 or 9 o'clock, after that no one will come for buying, children, vegetables. Yes, so whatever the leftover vegetables will be there, what they will do, yeah, they will sell it for the low price. So early morning when you go to the vegetables, you'll find very freshly and they will tell the high prices for you. Yes, but as the day passes, by end of the day, they'll sell it for the low prices, because they don't have the refrigerator to preserve the vegetables. Okay, children. So trade in agriculture produce weekly markets, Santa. So here in this locality also, you know that every week we'll have Santa, isn't it? Even you will also visit sometimes along with your parents, right? In the image also you can see. Okay, markets held for a day in the week at different localities of the town or small towns are called santas. Yes, sometimes in Sai Baba Nagar, Suraram Colony, Om Janda, Mastana Builders. So weekly ones will, they'll select one place and there they will organize a santa, where the people of that particular local area or the nearby people, they will go and they'll buy the vegetables, isn't it? So selling goods in santa is a traditional business for many traders. Their families have been doing their business for many generations. So the people here, they are engaged in the same work from many generation. Most of these traders set up shops in a different santalu and come back to place once a week. So most of the people, even what they will do, and they will, when you move to Santas, when you go to Santas, they will fix one particular place. Next time when they go again for the next week, again they have to sit on the same place, children. Okay, understood. They have to sit on the same place. They can't keep on changing their places. They'll have their fixed places for them. Okay, understood, children. Okay, and they decide their routes according to the convenience. Nearly three-fourths of the trade in Santalu are women. Every trader has a fixed space for trading cattle. Sheds with facility to keep cattle are also available. So not only vegetables, so you might have seen sometimes even they will bring the cattle, and, like, I mean to say, goats, sheep and cattle also, and they sell it in the market. Okay, so they have the separate shed available in the santas. Okay, for them. Yeah. In Santas, we get vegetables, fruits, clothes, meat, fish, dry fish, handmade and ready-made footwear, cosmetic, ropes, and other equipment for cattle. Here also in the image you can see, children. Yes, cattle rearing, sickles, and many more things. A large number of industrial products of the daily, like clothes, Torches, matches, pots, utensils, tool, basket, plastic items, etc. are sold by small traders in the Santas. Yes, Harek Mal, Bandi and all you will find in the markets. Weekly ones. Yes, not only vegetables, you will find many things. Na? Plastic samans, then curtains, then like for the girls frocks and all, then fruits, then this what do you call this fast food and like snacks items and everything you will find sweets sometimes. Yes, children. In this way, the santas are an important means by which the daily need of the people are fulfilled, and a large number of small traders and laborers and transporters get their livelihood. Okay, children. So, weekly market. These low income earners borrow the large amount of money from the village self help group, of which they are members. They pay back their loans in the monthly installment. So, in the villages, they have they have separate like MNC group children which is called self-help group. Okay, so here the vendors who are there or the members who are there, they'll take the loans, they'll become the member, just like a cooperative society. They'll become a member, they take the loan, and they will repay back in a monthly installment. Okay, but in the cities, if we talk about, generally they'll go to the financer only. They feel that borrowing from the self-help group is far better than the borrowing from the money lender, as they charge high rate of interest for rupees 3 for every 100 rupees per month. In the self-help group, they pay only 25 5. So there is a lot of difference. So 2 rupees 75 paisa is a different, isn't it, children? So in if you take a, it's just an example. Nowadays, no one is taking 3 rupees, children. Everyone is charging financer nearly about 10 rupees or 8 rupees. Okay, so it's an old version. So the thing is, they charge a huge amount of interest. But if they approach the self-help group or any other like a cooperative society, they will get the amount at a low price. Understood, children? And this is due to the government scheme Pavla Vaddi for a low income earner. So here the government has carried out like I mean to scheme which is called as a Pavla Vaddi. You might have heard this name. Pavla is nothing but 25 pies. Yes, for the low income learner, the small traders or the vendors for to help them. So the government has carried out this scheme, children. Okay, yeah. So here, Raitu Bazaar. Now you know about the Raitu Bazaar also. Very simple concept. Most agriculture goods like grains and pulses are sold directly to wholesale merchants. Some traders buy these goods from them to sell to the consumers. Initially, uh, government officers run their bazaar. Farmers were issued a photo identity card containing their names, address, product grown, extended of land. In case of the millers and asset traders, they pay rent of their premises. So Raitu Bazaar, so generally to sell it in the Raitu Bazaar, so generally they'll have the one identity card also, children. Okay, they'll have the identity card and they will in that they will mention the product name also, what they are like address and their names and the product grown. Okay, extent of land and everything will be clearly mentioned. So from there they will come and sell. It means they have to register even if they want to become a member of Raitu Bazaar, even if they want to sell it in the Raitu Bazaar also, first they have to register with the name and identity, children. Okay, right to buy. The price of the product is fixed daily in the morning by the officers in the consultation with a committee. So generally they'll have a committee of the right to bazaar. So the price of the it's a daily fluctuate, children. Whatever the like things you find in the right to bazaar, everything the prices will fluctuate on a day basis. So everything they will update. Officer will be there. They'll appoint one officer. So that officer will update all the price on the board. The principle is that the price should be around 25% more than the wholesale price. So what is the main principle? The price should be around 25% more than the wholesale price and 25% less than the retail price. So the farmer who is growing the crop, okay, the one the wholesaler and the retailer. So between them, it should be they must fix the price because the both the section of the people must get the profit. Okay, children, farmers get the full price of his hard work and the customer get the full value of their money. If the farmer come late, it is difficult to get good space to sell his vegetables. So, for example, if the farmer comes late to the Raitu Bazaar, so it becomes very late and he will not find the place. He will be left with some corner. This is the main problem too them. Okay, children, that will be a main problem to them. Understood? Yeah. So with this, I'm going to just conclude the lesson, children. Okay, and whatever the topics are left, we'll discuss in the next session. And your homework is, children, you have to like uh, like collect the pictures of Raitu Bazaar. Okay, if possible, ask your father to get the pictures of the Surharam market also. Okay, understood, children? So that you have to, like I mean to say, uh, upload. Yes, that you have to stick it on the, I mean to say, a paper and write about that. What you people have noticed. Generally, everyone has visited to the vegetable market. Yes, so I want you people to write what you all have noticed in the vegetable market along with one pic. Okay, children, is that clear to you? Very simple. So just ask your father to get one pic of the Suraram market, or like any vegetable market, or or any Santa, and fix that pic and write about what you people have noticed and what you know about that. Okay, children, fine. So with this, I'm going to just wind up the class. Thank you for being connected with me. Bye bye.